Could you speak a little bit about how you identify or attract students from those backgrounds who don't necessarily come from urban centers and have the support of organizations like ours?
I would argue quite the opposite about the application. Common application or our own applications. And in the hands of experts, folks like us, all of those questions go to, they're all little data points that add up big to us. What do your parents do? Are you a first-generation student? Where do you live? Where do you go to high school? Is your high school a Title I school where 70% of the folks are on free or reduced lunch? How did you come to know us? Are you involved with a nonprofit? So everything that's in that application is very useful to us, and so it gives us a real roadmap so that we can have a real sense of who you are, and then we can look at that application in context, proper context. One of the concerns we do have at MIT, because we still use our own application, are there micro inequities built into that? So if you're a first-generation student and the savvy is not there as much, do you see questions such as, what do your parents do? Are they married? Do you know who your parents are? Those kinds of things. Are they having a reverse effect on students and making them say, ooh, I'm not going to get in because I can't answer these questions the way we think they should be? But overall, I think the application does a great job. I also think that all of our institutions do a really good job of making sure those students who are poor, who are of low socioeconomic status, get the right kind of financial aid for our institutions. MIT is going to come in at around 21% of their students who are technically low SES or zero contribution. And the question that's even more important is not just how much money they get, but how that money is going to be spent. In other words, how will they receive financial aid? Will it be in such a way that further exacerbates that inequity? So will their peers who have money be able to go skiing and be able to enjoy college and do research, while those students who need money are forced to put on a hairnet and serve tater tots to their peers? Will they have, in effect, very unequal educations? And I think all of our institutions do things in such a way that we are not only going to make sure you get aid, but make sure that we level that field as much as possible throughout the college process. Yeah.
And what I would say is, to borrow a phrase from Sandra Day O'Connor in a slightly different context, is that context matters. And with the students that we're talking about who may not have a Larry Momo in their corner, in terms of someone helping us understand the local context, which could be the school, the community, the personal context, is what that advocacy, I think, is appropriately about. And the flip side of that is that we would hope that there is some reference to program affiliation in the application materials so that we can prompt that if we don't get it organically, to find out about that non-custodial parent, or to find out about a question of maybe a missing year's transcript, or things that aren't there. So to me, it's a relationship, it's a partnership, it's in support of helping a student find that fit and that match.
And if I can just add one really important piece, there are a lot of little things that are really helpful, like make sure the student writes down the name of your organization on their application. A lot of our schools can track students by high school, but not necessarily by agency or organization. So we don't even know to make a phone call if we didn't know that student was a member of your organization at all. Also, one of the things that you can do either via an organization like NACAC or even Yahoo Lists is start listservs, and the more that you can get 2 or 3 agencies together who can collectively begin to find out this process. We all welcome calls, but we can't call you all back in March. But maybe if we can call one person back about different things or to answer some questions, it's a lot easier. So the more that you can begin to coalesce together and talk to us as groups, or even invite us in as groups, we get a call, are you going to be in New York? Can you come to this organization or that one? I got to choose one. If you can say, you know what, there are 15 of us, can we have you for 2 hours? Absolutely. Not only that, I now have a reason to come. So the more that you can kind of organize yourselves together and share information, the better off it will be for both you and the students down